Hi, today is the 11th of November 2024 and it is the last day of operations of Air Vistara. Yet another one bites the dust. But I had a question I was asking myself. Whatever would happen to Air Vistara's airline code UK at the end of this? So I did a bit of research and this is what I found out. Now, the first thing to know is that there are two codes for every airline and, for that matter, every airport. The two-letter designator for an airline, UK in the case of Vistara, is given by the International Air Transport Association, a body of air transport operators, civilian airlines, and travel organizations, as well as travel houses and more. But you have another body, the UN-controlled International Civil Aviation Organization, that gives out a three-letter code. So Vistara's three-letter code is actually VTI. Similarly, for airports, IATA gives out a three-letter code. So you have DEL for Delhi, BOM for Mumbai, and so on and so forth. But there is an ICAO code, which is VIDP for Delhi Palam, and VABB for Mumbai's Santa Cruz Airport. But this two-letter code UK for Vistara is actually not the first time the two-letter code UK was used. It was initially allotted to a British airline, Air UK, unsurprisingly, which went defunct in the late 90s. It was a regional carrier based around the UK. So when Vistara started operations in 2015, they were given a choice of various codes. Now, many of these codes would have been defunct codes as well, like UK, and they picked it up. The feeling is airline passengers prefer a two-letter code rather than a numeric and a letter code like 9 Whiskey, 9W for Jet Airways. But there are airlines like Indigo, when given a choice of codes, they chose the code 6E because when you say 6E very fast, it sounds like sexy. And that's what the image they wanted to project. So when the UK code is going to be retired at the end of business hours, not end of business hours, at midnight tonight, and everything will become AI codes. And actually, you have to keep in mind that Vistara's uniforms, interiors, even the planes are going nowhere. They'll continue to operate, to continue to see Vistara painted aircraft. They might have a sticker set operated by Air India. There's going to be more crew and fleet rationalization. You're hearing a lot of that. We'll try and do that in a future video as well. But the UK code will be returned to IATA. Just like Vistara got the UK code 15 years after Air UK went defunct, maybe another airline, likely in a different geographical region to India or the UK, might pick up the UK code, just like somebody might pick up the 9W code or the G8 code for Go First. The codes are not owned by the airline, so Vistara has no rights over that code. Air India has no rights over the UK code. The codes are owned and allotted by IATA, and only IATA can decide which future airline might get the code or if the code is retired forever. Let's wait and watch.